Pack, 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 pack. What's good? Where my dogs at?
What's good? What's
What's up? What's
good?
up? What's up? What's
Good.
up?
Let's get it.
What it do?
Get it.
What's
Back
going
at it.
on? It's been about 12 hours since I seen y'all last. I had a
Man, you
late
know how we
night
do
last
working.
night.
Yeah. They don't even know, man.
Absolutely. Ladies and
Right.
gentlemen, it's your boy
Stop.
FICO Jordan here. We back again
Don't
for another
stop.
weekly watch list call where we show up to get a game away for free, to do the thing that we say we could do is to make you a more confident and independent trader. We put you in these setups every single week. We've been doing this for almost a year. We're going to show you where the money reside. We do not miss. And you know how we get down, man. Bros, how's y'all weekend been? You know what I mean? We got an amazing week coming this week. Last week was pretty slow. Money was made. We were where the money resided. But I think we about to have some fireworks this week. What you think?
Yeah. It's a nice
Yeah,
setup
man.
going.
Oh,
There's gonna
yeah,
be a lot
man.
of money
You
made
know,
for sure.
it's a lot of sectors showing a lot of, a lot of bullish, setups and stuff like that. So, you know what's gonna happen. You're gonna get some that's gonna go, some that's not. Make sure you're in the
The
right
man
spot.
Zell.
Yeah, but I think we already in the right spot.
No question.
So
Right.
it's gonna be an interesting week though. It might be some opportunities out there though.
So, hey,
As y'all
some stuff
Absolutely.
know,
gonna go and some stuff look like it's gonna go.
Right. Yep.
I think this is the week that everybody that's been quiet gonna come back and start talking again because it's gonna be a lot of money made
Yeah.
all around the market.
Good point.
You
Cam.
know,
Yeah.
it's a TTO week. It's a TTO week. Go get a bullish week. So right.
Man. So the situation is the things that we have been pointing out that we're going to have these fire setups typically not where the individuals who get quiet maneuver to go trade. As we know, they typically kind of pay attention to the same stocks, the same particular sector that they believe is the only sector they can get rich on. And that is certainly not the case. Many people have seen the different things that we played over the past few weeks, and the bodies were there at the party. Could have made a lot of money had you been where the money resided. Am I wrong? You know what I mean? So you know how we get down. Let's go ahead and how are we gonna set this up? Let's go ahead and just jump right into had to move it differently. I did not want Thinkorswim to screw with our normal setup. So we went ahead and decided we're gonna mess with TV this week. Bada bing, bada boom. All right, let's see. Now I don't really know if I wanted to trust TradingView as much, but I know it's not gonna crash. Can't ask for nothing better than that. So let's jump straight into it. You know how things went last week. If you really paid attention, and you know how institutional money looked like it tried to make a comeback. If you've noticed, SPY was stuck in a deviation channel. I know not too many people outside of our group draw that for the most part, but if you just paid attention to time frame continuity, let's see, you would have noticed that we got a little conflict, but we get a new month on Tuesday. But right now, SPY is looking like it potentially wants to come out of the chop. You do got a 2-2 reversal on the week. Looks like over 444 12. I know over 445 is pretty much solid in terms of a reversal. I know the Zodiac Elliott wave traders is saying we're going to get like a small rally, then a pullback back below that low of 420, and then take off to go get all-time high. I guess we in wave A of correction B because the moon was retrograde in alignment um to some like Saturn or something like that. And so if all things work out as planned, then we'll get the wave B. And then if not, then they'll just redraw it all and then show you something else on Twitter That'll make you
Right.
believe that that's what it's supposed to do. Anyway, so with that, we'll jump right into the sectors.
I need the gunshots.
um, right now with materials, we have a green day. We finished with a green day, green week. Most of the setups that you're gonna see, obviously because of SPY, look the same. The money and the strength has been in energy. Oily boys, man, we need a sound bite for that. Have been popping for weeks now, for weeks. Like if we see a lot of groups out there. All of a sudden, it's like, ooh, oil. We invited you in and told you that we've been playing oil publicly on Twitter Spaces, and the cat's been hitting for over 1,000% on oil, and now everybody and their mama posting about oil. All of a sudden, we've been in there since December. I don't know where y'all been, but you're welcome. XLC right now,
November.
same situation. Or green day, green week, red quarter, red month. XLE money resideth in XLE. Full time frame continuity to the upside. You already knew what it was. XLF, same situation as the previous two or the first two. Green day, green week, red um, month, red quarter. Uh, Now, XLK, I know this is where all that attention is going to go to because they see these setups. But I'm going to tell you right now, don't knock on my door asking me about a tech stock or a tech setup. I don't care. It. I don't care at all. It just is what it is. I'm gonna be where the money reside in tech. It is. It's just. It's not. I see chop that's going to occur, but hold me to it. XLP. Now, XLP got some fire setup, especially coming out of the week. 2-2 hammer could have a quick flip, putting it back into continuity on the month before the month even flips. I almost bank on that. I like some of the stuff that we are currently in. You're gonna hear a lot of those setups today from the bros. Um, I know. Let's see where we at. PK. I don't have this watch list saved. What's that? What we got next?
What discretion? Let's do a discretionary.
Yeah, hold on. Healthcare.
Oh
First
yeah,
of
okay.
all, same situation. Red quarter, red month, green week, green day. Um, Discretionary, same situation. Now, pay attention to the actionable signals on a week. Some things have hammers, other things do not. So that 2-2 might not do what you think it's gonna do. I'm just I'm giving letting you be clear. Pay attention because
Yeah.
healthcare, okay, looks sexy. Discretionary, nah. So, but anyway, Boss Gang VIP. What's the almanac say in terms of what things are supposed to do this week in particular?
So overall, the market is going to be similar to what it has been. It's definitely going to be choppy. It's saying Tuesday is supposed to be bullish. First day of the month, February 1st, comes on Tuesday, and the Dow has been up 15 of the last 18 weeks on the first day of the month. Outside of that first day of the month, for the rest of the week, we're expecting a lot of choppiness. Be a lot of people getting into long positions that are ill-timed and have to feel the wrath, especially if you get in things that look like they're going up versus the things that are going up, which by saying the things that look like they're going up, they get bullish price action and then they instantly reverse and keep going in the same direction they've already been going. So it's going to be another fun week. Some people think the guru's going to come out. They're coming out. It won't be for too long. Won't be for too long. We know where the money resides, man. About to kill
Absolutely.
money.
Peek the head out.
They're going to look at it like the mole, like the whack-a-mole. That's what the stock market. Wow, whack-a-mole. Not
Hey, so I
whack.
I definitely I definitely want that. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that photo where it showed the dude climbing out the sewer hole in the
Yeah.
hood? That's what the gurus is gonna be doing this week. Meanwhile, Boss Gang took advantage of their absence and was going crazy on Twitter the past 2 weeks.
I still ain't seen them. I'm like, it's just unbelievable. They just disappear. I don't even
Yeah,
know where
it's
they
like,
go when they disappear. Where do you go?
They on
bro,
vacation, mental
all I
breaks.
seen was
They
stratters
they
on
all
Twitter the
together.
past week. Yeah. But I'm gonna go ahead and get jump
Yeah, man.
into two setups that I'm liking going into this week. To add on to the two that I'm currently in. Currently in Oxy. I had what was supposed to be a week trade that was ending on Coke. I loved how it finished Friday, so I decided to roll the contracts and that equity over into February 18th. 61 call, and I think it's going to be well above that. I think I finished up 56% on equity after rolling it on Friday, so it was on the bean, so that worked out perfect. That trade is going to be amazing. I'm pretty geeked about it, but I'm gonna go ahead and let's see. Yeah, let's go ahead. So, this week, two of the stocks currently. So, as you know, for me, I always tell new Alpha Way students that market is subject to change. You got a lot of geopolitical stuff going on right now. As you heard Boss Gang say, you got people who just want to be downright bullish just for the sheer, you know, they bias, I would say. And so you're looking at the setup that you see on SPY and such, but yet any other time, especially the previous three times on ES that we were like, oh, that's 100% the bottom, and the entire group started getting into longs before they even that flip even happened. You've heard me say that there's going to be a point in time when you unequivocally know the trigger is going to go off. This is not one of those times. I'll be honest, just my personal opinion. Um, I don't feel that strongly about it just ripping back in the all-time high like in a matter of a week. One of the things I'm looking into right now is Honeywell. Honeywell has a pretty dope setup. We have a 122 day at 201.99, 22 week setup trigger at 205.89, and I know we have the quarter goes in the full time frame continuity at 207.86. It is coming off the bottom of a broadening formation on the week and the day. Not something crazy intense. I know the month just failed to take out February 2021's low, just by a matter of like cents. So if you can get back into full time frame continuity on a quarter, you'll actually, so since we'll go green more than likely going into Tuesday, if all works out, I could see this getting back into 212 ish range pretty quick. So me personally, since the first target obviously for the day, dealing with that time frame first, is going to be just at 204.73, somewhere, not to be specific or exact. Then the weekly reversal 215.97 is going to be the target on the week. So I'm going to be dealing with the 205 calls first and then move up. You know how I personally will manage the strikes, moving them as opposed to staying stagnant and just choosing one. And I'll just keep working that thing like a boxer. Let's see. Next one is GIS, General Mills. Back in the staples. I'm already in Coke. I know Wealthy Soon clapped y'all over the head a couple of weeks ago with this and Campbell's soup. This one, after it has some corrective activity on the week, looks like we had a little bit of straightening, but right now it's setting up a 1-2-2 week at 69.73. Getting back to all-time high at 73.21, I believe. Yes, is the overall goal. It does have full time frame continuity to the upside. Over the past couple weeks, you see it's basically been chopping after this run up that it's had from December. So looking to get back up out of this chop and see how much higher we can get. I'm looking at the $70 call for February 18th and probably gonna get a combo meal on the marches to see how far those could take us. If it blows through on that trigger, then I will be looking to take the weeklies. So that's pretty much what I'm looking at this week. This list will update based upon what the futures do this evening. If I might add something or feel strongly about how it's doing, depending upon if we gap up or gap down. Who knows? But investing for legacy, Broski, what you got for us this week?
Pack family was good. Hope everybody's having a blessed weekend. I'm gonna keep it brief about SPY this week. XLE continues his dominance over the months. Continues dominating this month. It was a great perform. It was the best performing sector last week, growing 5% over the week. Tech, it had a good strong week as well. But I'm gonna just kind of reiterate my brother's sentiment about tech. The charts are looking sweet. Tech had some nice earnings last week. A few big boys in the tech for sure. So that could be some sentiment for future growth. But we know how they love pulling the rug on retailers in that sector. So I want you guys to keep the overall context in mind here. Now, when it comes to tech is currently year to date performing the ninth out of the 11 sectors, the ninth best out of the 11 sectors. So we in the pack, we like staying in the top 3, maybe top 5 sectors, whether direction we're going. You know, if now tech, if you're in the top 3, if you want to go put side in that tech area. So just think about where you're going. So don't be so quick to go long. I want to read in what FICO was saying about tech. Don't be the quickest there. Excuse me about the background noise. Have a Tyler in the background. But yeah, it's only performing 9 out of the 10 11 sectors in the in SPY. So don't be so quick to go tech, guys. Excuse me. Come here, boy. Stop making all this noise. You want to make all this noise when it's my turn. All right, guys. So yeah, let's start off with some of my favorites. So we already in Oxy. No need to go there. FICO, he mentioned Oxy. Beautiful oil. Can't go wrong with oil plays at all. I don't even want to. That's just a given. That's a layup for us right now. You're not you should be smart enough to be swinging in that area right now. If not, then get some plays, look for some entries. The main thing I want to talk about today is the Dow. But before I leave SPY, XLF. I want to talk about GS, Goldman Sachs. That XLF was the third best performing sector last week, and is currently the second best performing sector going into year to date. So right now, GS, I like the strength that I'm seeing on the broadening formation that it's bouncing on. It's a weekly broadening formation, and I see it has a nice gap above the field up to 382.58. That's to be my first target if we get that 2-2 rev up on the week that I see coming. You can see it right there in bottoms, FICO's right screen at the bottom there, that beautiful gap to fill. I see a nice 2-2 rev coming. Nice hammer formed on the week. Again, I'm looking at the overall context of the SPY sectors. XLS is behind energy, of course, is the second best performing sector year to date, guys. So let's keep that in mind. So XLF is still negative on the year. I think it's about negative 1%. So I can see that going positive very soon. Year to date, XLF is definitely the sector that I'm most bullish behind when it comes besides XLE, guys. But let's get on to the Dow. The Dow is what I'm most excited about. I want to make sure that I'm bringing to everybody's attention. DIA, it last week had a great week. It is up 1.7% over the week. I love the hammer that I see forming on the week. I see it bouncing off a strong broadening formation. I can see the Dow making it to the top of this broadening formation soon with up to 370 is what I got. Price target at the top of that broadening formation that I'm seeing. It's a beautiful TTO forming on the day. You see that, all those pivots that it has to take out. And quite something that people really haven't, that you're only going to hear here so far at the pack. The Dow is leading year to date so far out of all the major indexes. SPY is down 7.27%. QQQ is down 11.5%. IWM is down 11.9%. And the Dow is only down 4.5%. So I think definitely see the Dow year to date going positive before anything. It's been a quiet creeper, and it's been leading all the major indexes. So let me go over some of my favorite setups that I see in the Dow. Again, the Dow, it does have some, and it has some tech plays inside within it. So I'm more bullish on the non-tech plays that I see within it. Like Goldman Sachs is one I mentioned earlier. That's an XLF, and it's also in the Dow. So just to put that out there, but let's start with CRM. CRM, it has a nice gap above the field to 229. Nice gap above the field to 229.99. The week and day breaks are close to each other within 70 cents. They should take both of those out together, and everything under the week time frame is in full time frame continuity to the upside. So I'll be looking forward to reach to the month as well. I don't expect that happen to we only have 1 day of this month left, trading day, and that's Monday. So I expect this month just to end out as a hammer. Which one of your screens is a month? That's the top left, right? Okay. Yep, that's the top left. Oh, nope, that's the top bottom. The bottom left. Yep, that's the bottom left time frame. Yeah, so CRM, I don't expect that much change on the monthly chart, but like I said, everything under the month is in full time frame continuity. So going into February, I will be watching CRM, but at the same time, guys, it's a tech play. So this is not one of the Dow plays that I'll be the quickest to jump to. On HD, I know this has made many of the pack boys the pack list, so I won't stay too long on it, but I like what I see on HD is a full time frame continuity on everything under the 2 weeks time frames. It's two nice gaps that fill above up to 371.50 and then up to 385.86 will be that second gap fill. Not big gaps, but just some small ones, and we know that how the market doesn't like to keep those, so I do expect those to be filled soon enough. Liking HD a lot. Another Dow play but / tech play that I'll be watching but don't want to spend much time on right now is Intel. That's another FICO. You don't need to bring them up. That's just something for us to watch. We're not too bullish behind. We know how they love pulling rugs under tech, so that's one of the semi plays I will be watching. McDonald's is one I do want to spend a little minute on. It's a Dow play that is breaking the week and the day at the same time. Full time frame continuity under the week. It's a nice hammer forming on the week. McDonald's has been killing it. Plenty of you see that daily has plenty of pivots to take out on the TTO. I'm sorry, my son over here eating paper tissue. Stop it, boy. But yeah, it has plenty of pivots to take out. We love that. I love that TTO on the day. McDonald's is something that we will be watching going into next week. Visa is another Dow play that I noticed. Again, it still has that tech sentiment, but Visa killed earnings last week. Very strong week up out of it. Bullish engulfing on the week, which is a 3 as well, is what we call it. I do see plenty of upside for this tech play. Something I'll just be watching. Again, same sentiment as far as me not feeling the best about tech plays, but I'll pass the rest to the bros because I know they got plenty of to say. But the Dow is something that I want to make sure we stressing. The Dow is a beautiful index because there's only 30 stocks there. So when you see the Dow moving, guys, it's easy for you to look at it. You should have a watch list of the Dow, your favorite Dow plays, and you should easily be able to see what is moving it, as opposed to the SPY and the other major indexes that have a lot more than 30 stocks. So I love the Dow. I love that it's leading the way right now. And let's make sure that we're taking advantage of that, guys.
Hey, yo, CJ over here, like, let me be great, Poppy. Just let me be great down here in a cup by myself and eat this paper, yo.
Yeah, man. Yeah, my bad. A little distracting that pack family, but
Nah, you good, bro.
yeah.
Yo, hey, wealthy soon, bro. What you got for us this week, my guy?
Yo, was good, Pack. Was good, Pack. First thing I got for y'all, you know what I'm saying? I got the first Pack sleeve, we still building, but the pack is the movement, it's the lifestyle. Hold on, let me go ahead and big wolf energy, if you didn't know. But let's go ahead and hop into the setup. So my favorite sector going into this week is going to be XLV healthcare. So I got a few from that list. The very first thing that I want to touch on is going to be Eli Lilly, LLY. I'm liking the way this Eli Lilly set up. If you look at it on the week, we got a shooter hammer combo at the bottom of a minor Broadening formation. Even if you look on the day, I believe we have a 3 on the day. So nice little 3-2 action. This one can easily get back to the 260 range. That's fairly easy. I'm just going to analyze some contracts, see if it's really worth my time. But Eli Lilly has a very fire setup. Next one I'm looking at, I will be looking at Amgen. As my boy Investor for Legacy mentioned, Dow is set to do some amazing things. This is also located in the Dow, which is why I like it a lot, because it got healthcare and it got Dow with it. If you look at it on the week, we could potentially do a 1-2-2 rev. This would be a nice little TTO on the week. We already went 2 up last month, so it already reversed on the month, showing that it does have strength. Buyers are present. And then on the day, we already went 2 up on the day. Actually, we did a 3 on the day again, so another 3-2 rev. I like the way Amgen is setting up. I'm definitely going to be watching this one. Next one we looking at, I have MO on my list, but I know one of the other pros gonna get it. BNY, that was on my list, but this is something that we've been in already. Shout out to Boss Gang for BNY. We're just gonna continue to eat on BNY. You can go look at the setup, super fire. Next one I got INTU, Intuit. Now I believe this is in tech, so I'm a little hesitant on it, but I like the way that the week is setting up. I like that shooter hammer week, and this is a fire shooter hammer week because the shooter was red, hammer green. That's textbook, exactly how you want it. Broadening formation is super easy on this one, but I really just want to see what tech does first before I even consider this one good. But we do have an inside 2-day as well with having a 3 on the day, so it got a few little triggers that it could really hit, and they all at the same level. It going 2 up on the week, it going the 2 up that it's gonna hit to on a 2-day. It's all around the exact same level. 2 up on the day, all around the same level. So I'm definitely gonna be watching this one. If tech gets a nice pop out the gate Monday, Tuesday, then this one could be a great one. Another one on my list, I got J&J. I know my boy Earl is going to mention Pfizer, so I took J&J. J&J, it did a nice engulfing week. We got a 3 on the week, definitely showing some strength. We could do a 3-2 on the week. It almost made a nice hammer on the month. I believe it's going to go 2 up on this next coming month. Even if you look at it on the day, we got a nice shooter hammer combo on the day. So I'm really liking what J&J is setting up. So that's a great one. Investor for Legacy touched on Big Ron, had them on my list, like the way that they set it up. He touched on Visa, had them on my list, love the way it's setting up. I love HD as well. That's another Dow play. And the last one that I'm going to touch on, in case tech does do something, I like the way that Microsoft is looking. My boy Lamarcus been keeping me abreast of what's going on at Microsoft. I like that hammer on the week. A shooter hammer combo again, red shooter, green hammer. That's exactly what you want to see. And it did make a hammer on the month almost, red hammer, but I think this one can go 2 up on the month. Microsoft has been actually doing fairly well. So I like the way that Microsoft is setting up. We might get this nice little rev back to the upside. We will see. But that's what I'm looking at. I'm gonna narrow down my list even more. Like for the most part, we rocking with healthcare. If you with the wealthy squad, and so yeah, I'm gonna throw that thing back to FICO and boom.
Mm. All right, bro. Appreciate that one. Mr. Check My Resume. What you got for us, bro?
Man, what's good with it, man?
Chilling, bro.
Man, just coming with a little work for the day, man. Just a little something, something. It's gonna be rather longer than it's been the last few weeks, but that's actually a good sign. That means we got some bullish signals in the market. Um, First off, I want to start off with industrials, and it's only a couple stocks there, but just a couple that I'm keeping an eye on. First is UNP, Union Pacific. It's a railroad stock. It's got an inside week. Just been stalking them for the last couple weeks, waiting on a solid entry there. But they've got an inside week with the 212 above it's 250.15. And I'm looking at a couple contracts, both February and March monthlies. And then the next one in industrials that I'm looking at is John Deere. Just looking at the weekly setup on DE, I am looking at the 322, and I'm looking at that above 382.88. And I'm looking to take that one back to magnitude around like 415. So that'll be all time highs as well. But so looking for a breakout on here on John Deere. Moving on, next sector I'm looking at XLP. Um, like Cam mentioned, I do have MO on my list. First one I want to talk about is MO. This one, Altria, we've been in this one for a little while. We actually been in since the week of January the 3rd. And so we hit on these pretty good on the January expirations. Those of you like me who held on to February's, we should be up to 300% on those. They had a bit of a pullback last week, but they bounced really nicely. So now it's giving a setup for entry back above 51.21 on MO. Looking at first level of resistance, maybe around 52.50, but I'm looking at this and take this one above $54. So looking at MO to take that one into February expiration. Moving on in staples is Coke Boys, KO. First on Coke, I want to talk about here. Is this a 2-day? Okay, yeah. On Coke, we got a 2-2 rev on the day. Your level for entry is above $60.89. Also, we've got a weekly reversal, a 122. That's on the week, and that's above $60.93. So you've got the day and the week break that are within pennies essentially, and so we're looking for double time frame break there. Those of you that got in with FICO last week, y'all will have a head start on the rest of us. But I like this one going into next week. The next one is Costco. The last one is Staples is Costco. We've got a daily rev, 2-2 rev on the day above 492.73. And then also I'm looking to take that one to weekly magnitude or weekly trigger level of 495.79, which then I'm looking at to take this one above the $500 level, potentially around 530 going into this expiration. Moving on from staples, want to talk about healthcare really quick. First off, I want to point out the big dog there, and that's UNH, United Health. They have a very solid setup here for 122 above 468.68. Also, if you're looking for an earlier entry, you do have the shooter hammer combo on the day. So you've got a 2-2 rev off that hammer above 466.28 for entry on the day, which would be an early entry for me. I like magnitude. I target back around the $500 range in the short term. And if you're going a little bit longer, then we're looking at maybe like the 540 range if you're getting some time. Next one in healthcare, I want to bring up Pfizer, as Cam mentioned. With Pfizer, we've got a 2-2 rev on the week. That's above $54.67. And I really like Pfizer. If this trigger hits here, we've got magnitude, and there's not much in the way in terms of broadening formations on the way up here. So I really like Pfizer as well. Obviously, we need the triggers. Also, Abbott, ABT. I like the hammer off the weekly broadening formation here on Abbott. We've got a hammer candle looking at an entry above 125.53, and like the way Abbott looks solid. We turn the month, which is we only have a day left in the month, so we're looking at a setup to trigger into next month above 139.83. So we've got some work to do to flip that month candle, but I do love the way this looks on the week. Next one I want to talk about is Merck, and that's MRK. On Merck, we got a 312 on the day above $80.99. Also on the weekly level, we've got a 2-2 rev above 81.60. Those are relatively close levels for entry on Merck. Like the setup there. So I like that. So now moving out of healthcare, you guys covered those discretionary stocks I wanted to talk about. And so I want to talk about materials. First thing I want to get into is Vail. Most of you who've been in the group, we know we've been smacking Vail. Boss Gang brought it to our attention very early on, back in November, late November. So we've just been eating off that one for a while. We got a setup right now, 2-2 rev, above $15.95. Entry is right at this broadening formation. So, I mean, my recommendation would just make sure you get a clean entry there. Don't get caught in kind of the chop when it's trying to get over this broadening formation. And we know how how Vail performs. Vale will gap. So, I mean, we could be in a situation tomorrow where we're already, past this entry point. So keep your eye on Vail. It's going to continually go up. We needed some corrective activity anyway, which it gave us, but not really. It's just kind of doing what it does. So I like Vail. I just really want to add to my position is really what I'm looking at. But if you haven't entered Vail, or you're not in, or you've exited, whatever, this could be a decent area to enter. Next one I want to talk about materials is X. I also like CLF, but I'm not going to talk about CLF right now. And so on X, we've got a 2-2 rev on the week above $19.85. I really like the way X looks right now in terms of price point. $19 is a good buy level for X. So this entry level looks really good. I think, we get the trigger point. We could take this thing back to $25 easy, probably pushing close to 27. So I like X going forward. That's a sneaky one. Next one, I know we've been talking, we haven't been talking too positively about tech and information technology stocks, but I do got a couple setups just to keep your eye on. If you're going to look at tech, I would probably look at the larger stocks just to see what they're going to do. My honest opinion on tech this week, we may get like a bullish move for the week, which I think would be like an overall TTO back to the downside, maybe next week or the week after. But, I think based on the setups and how the charts look, I think, there are some setups that look decent. I really personally didn't want to get into all those other setups. I just wanted to look at Apple and Microsoft and see what those two are going to do. And they'll tell the story for the rest of them. So, really, I'm just looking at Apple. I got Apple triggered on the week above 170.35. And, I'm not sure if I will enter per se, but I definitely want to keep it on alert and know what's going on there. And then also I've got Microsoft triggered on the week above 308.50. So both of those setups look very good. But again, my standpoint is we may see a weak pop, maybe two at best on these tech information technology or tech sector, whatever you want to call it. So, and then there's Juniper has a decent setup as well, but again, I'm just gonna keep my eye on them. Not sure. I'm just convicted. I think we're in the best looking or the best sector as it is in energy right now, and there really weren't many energy setups. I think besides XOP. So anyway, moving on to financials. A couple here on financials I really liked. First, I want to talk about a Citigroup. So on the day, we've got a daily rev above $64.71. And then on the week, also have a 2-2 rev, and that's above $65.85. Really like financials, especially with the tapering news and, everything Powell talked about last week. I think that's going to bode well for financials. Also, I like BAC, Bank of America. Also has a daily entry is a 322 on the day above $45.89. Also, we've got a 2-2 rev on the week, and that's above $46.75. There were a number of other financial stocks that also look good, but these are the two I like to point out. Also, Goldman Sachs look good, but investing for legacy covered that one. And the last thing I wanted to cover, and this is in communication services, and that's Viacom. And with Viacom, let me pull this up here. So on Viacom, we've got a 322 on the week, and that's above $33.31. On Viacom, we had a pimp and limping on the day on Friday. So looking for some daily continuation, which should trigger the week, which did set us up for us to go 2 up on the month going into Tuesday. So if Viacom does move, and continue how it did from Friday's movement off this broad information, there could be some move back to the top of his broad information, which is around $38 on Viacom. And that's all I've got. Put it back to you, FICO.
Man, appreciate that, bro.
Yes,
Boss
sir.
Gang VIP. What you got for us, bro?
Yo. So, man, we definitely got some fire. We know where the money resides. But what I want to do is give us some other opportunities that, different people have different trading styles. So we got stuff for the people who like to go, scalp and get crazy. Hold on.
Hey, what happened to your what happened to your voice?
Hold on. Let me hold on.
I'm over here like that ain't the buy low sell high voice.
No. Hold on. Let me go and switch that real quick. Hold on. Here we go.
Okay.
I heard it click. There we go.
There we go.
Hey, that sounds like the man now narrates your audio book.
Oh, so I haven't been giving that work the whole time. I didn't even know.
Nah.
Okay. I had no idea. Okay, yeah. It even made my voice change to myself just by knowing it's on. It made my own voice change just because I know it's on. It's like, oh, okay, here we go.
Bet.
So we got some fire. We know where the money resides. Just want to give some different options. Different people like to have, different trading styles. Some people like to go long. Some people like to go short, day trade, swing, whatever. So I'm gonna give some options. And I want people to think outside the box. And Alpha Pack Trading, we're all about education. And I want to give people some ideas of kind of how I look at the market in a lot of ways and are able to find different things at a discount. So over the weekend, I'm reading articles about airlines shutting down flights. And they're saying, what's the reason they're shutting down these flights? Are they shutting down these flights for Omarion? Are they shutting down for whatever reasons? And they're actually shutting down flights for weather. So when we talked about, I posted articles about ET threatening to shut down or not provide energy in Texas because they have outstanding bills due. So for people who were around last year, of course, there was a lot of freezing going on. And so, people have to keep this energy going and they're paying a lot of high premiums. So, ET actually threatened them to that they weren't going to provide them some energy. And I know, I'm in California right now. It's 47 degrees over here, even though it's sunny outside, and I'm using a ton of gas. So one of the things that I'm always going to look at are good things or things that institutions want to invest in that are really good deals and at discounts. And right now, so what I'm getting to is one of the things I'd be looking at are setups on things like utilities for people who want either to buy shares right now on things that have value and collect dividends, or even if you wanted to get long-term options on certain things. I'm surprised Resume's been mentioning O before, or sorry, SO before it has this beautiful setup. But I'm gonna give a little education and insight into this. So I'm gonna pull up my XLU chart, or sorry, my NEE to be specific, on my charts, and I'll show you what I'm looking at on NEE if I can, if TOS allows me to do this. Okay, so NEE is the top holding in utilities right now. So I'm looking at NEE, I'm looking at the monthly, I'm looking at the yearly, I'm looking at these levels, and I'm very, very familiar with the price action of certain stocks. So NEE, as an investor, I'm looking for value, and I see NEE down at $72.50. For me, that's a buy as an investor, as a long-term holder, as somebody who wants to collect dividends. If the top holding in NEE were to pick a direction above 72.95, then we have a good chance to start very, very bullish in XLU and the stocks within XLU. We are already in ET. One I'd be looking at is a setup like SWNs for. So if you want to buy shares, you want to get dividends, you want to get in something long term, or even you want to take, look for discounts. So on energy stock, stuff like that, we're going to look at things like Dominion Energy. This is a Warren Buffett stock right here. A lot of pipeline stocks. These are companies that are too big to fail. These are things that are at a discount right now, and you're looking at these charts, and they're just amazing. Of course, like I said, we're already in ET is just consolidating right now. So whether you look on yearly charts, quarterly charts, monthly charts, these are good companies that are at discounts. They pay dividends, and they got a lot of they're very undervalued compared to a lot of markets. So you definitely want to keep those in mind. So I just want to get people to think a certain way. If we are bullish this week, we've been playing UVX to the upside, but again, if we get a pop for any amount, even if it's short, we'd be able to take UVXY to the downside. So I got a UVX trigger set below $15.55 on UVXY to the downside. The thing about it, if we get moves to the downside on UVXY, they'll pay a lot of money, and the moves will typically be very, very quick. So Southwestern Energy, all those clean energy stocks, they're going to make a killing over the course of time. And if we are bullish this week, even if it's for a short term, I want to get the things that have the lowest, some of the lowest values, things that got really beat down. So I'm definitely going to keep my eye on some of the Russell stocks. People say, Will, it's ugly. I know that's the kind of stuff that I like. So if we do get a pop in some of these Russell stocks, so something that pays a lot of money with small movements, something like Laser. We definitely like Laser. We like how this pays. If I get any type of bullish movement, trigger on the day, it's up after hours. I believe a lot of stuff is after hours. The thing I love about these small cap stocks, I'm there for a good time, not a long time. I mean, literally, you're getting something like Laser, it'll just go off instant, go to $15. You can make a thou wow in an hour, 2 hours on some of this stuff. If it gets a pop, it is at a discount. So I always, even though I'm focused where the money resides, a lot of times there's always just that other thing that people seem to skip over or don't even consider. So I want to be unbiased in every way possible. and just look at all the options as they present themselves. And I don't want to be in a situation where I'm saying, oh man, why didn't I look at that? I only didn't look at it because it's so beat down and didn't look good, and other people are taking advantage of the things that we're not looking at. So that's all I got. I'm looking for a great week. As always, we're going to find where the money resides. So that's all I got. Looking forward to a great week.
That's what's up, bro. Man, the list is juicy. When y'all say so,
For sure, for
Yes,
sure.
sir.
man, look, a lot of you were on the setup session last night with us. We appreciate y'all showing up and you know what I'm saying, asking questions. We may end up doing that again. I know that a lot of people were looking forward to come on the YouTube. We ended up doing it on Zoom and recorded that session for PAC members. But being able to open up that to the public so individuals that could come and ask questions like those that may show up, like Antoine asked what a TTO is. TTO is representative of corrective activity, and it is a triangle they out. Is one of the things that we look for as an entry on something that's already taken off, and
You
look
show
to
them the
make sure that we
Dow.
did not get stopped out. Saying what you say?
Yeah, Antoine, check out the Dow on the daily. You'll see what a TTO is.
Let's see. You said Dow on the day.
Yeah, DIA.
Uh, yeah, I don't see the triangle yet.
Well, ain't it just 6 lower lows? Is what you're looking at?
No.
It
We
just
looking
hasn't
for a
taken it out
triangle.
yet.
Previous price actions pressed up, arched back,
Okay,
taking out a level
you
to the
might have a better.
downside, create the bottom of a broadening formation to get out in a smaller time frame. Typically something we look for in a 15, 5 minute, you know what I'm saying, to get in, but it happened on all time frames. Like right now, me getting in on GIS is coming, I believe GIS is coming off of TTO. I believe Coca-Cola um, on the week is coming off of TTO. So
I see what you say. Okay.
yeah. But yeah, that's something. You know what I'm saying. If you got like any questions like that, hit us up on IG. One of us will be able to better explain that for you, bro. This week, Crypto Academy. Maybe back. We'll keep you
No, we definitely be back.
Yeah.
yeah, on notice with Investing for Legacy and Boss Gang VIP. That's going to be public right on our YouTube channel, 8 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you don't miss that. Make sure you click like and subscribe so you don't miss any of the notifications that we have going forward. We have a great promo going out for Black History Month starting on Tuesday. That information will hit the streets early Tuesday morning, and will run with a few other promos throughout the month of February. And oh, the Alpha Way course and mentorship program is off and running tonight. We will be going over volume profile and how you can use that to your advantage in terms of staying in the trades much longer. Apply with the strap. That'll be 8 p.m. Eastern tonight. You can hit the link in my bio for more information on that. Bros, y'all got anything you want to share before we get up out of here? We all
Not
good,
much.
G.
Continue to educate yourself. Don't take any of this stuff for granted. You see all this work we putting in, so people, they wonder, how do you know what's going on? You got to think for yourself. Real life matters. Real
Yep,
life
yep.
matters. If a stock
Big
is
facts.
overvalued, the stock is overvalued. Understand that the stock is undervalued. You have to be able to
Big facts.
understand the plays that you're taking. Is this trade a day trade? Is this trade good for a week? What are the market conditions overall? What kind of factors are going to affect the market? Look at the entire world as a whole. We live in a global economy, so you got to look at the events around the world and how they can affect the different plays that we're in. So you want to make sure you're where the money resides. Buy low, sell high, always wins. It's undefeated. Go where the money resides. You know what it is. Think outside the
Man,
box.
Oh
absolutely,
yeah,
100%.
yeah.
Um,
No,
now God be with you until we meet again. We're gonna go over to the dining room and have some Nanny's pineapple upside down cake before these playoff games come on, man. Hit us up on IG. Our ats are under our name. Make sure you follow us. Hit us up on Twitter. Outside of that, hope you have a blessed day. Peace.
Peace.